Hello, can you hear me? I will be entering a buy down here with a 5 point stop. Dang,
Order
what
filled.
wasn't the best entry? But we're entering there based on sorry, 1 second. Let's see if this entry holds. I kind of entered a little bit higher than I would like to. But we're buying back into a fair value gap slash breaker. We already hit 50% of the previous level, so I was expecting to have a slight reversal. That may be incorrect. That may actually be incorrect. So the stop may get hit. I wanted a specific entry. I kind of entered a little bit above that, so the stop is a bit tighter than I would like. Let's see if this goes in our favor. It may go in our favor. It may not. Um, Kind of stuck in my bullish bias. I wanted to see that fair value gap hold up and send us bullish, but it may actually just send us bearish and stop me out. Uh, Probably should have just waited when I didn't have that perfect entry, and then I would have had a better entry. I just hit market order a little bit too haphazardly. See what we get out of this, if we can. Very stubborn of me not to wait for the liquidity to be ran, but I was hoping that we would hold up here. We may still hold up, but not proud of the entry level. If we get stopped, we get stopped. Let's see if we can hold this level and go higher. Should have been more patient for the actual entry. See if we can get a return above above the level. I think it may work. It's a little disappointing as far as the entry goes. Let's see. Yeah, we may get stopped here. Let's see. I don't know why I'm kind of stuck in a bullish bias, even though we've been bearish. Let's see if we can get back bullish. And we may get stopped dramatically, but the stops are in place, so if anything happens, get stopped. Oop, looks like we're gonna get stopped. See if it holds up.
Stop
Yep,
filled.
stop for a loss. The key mess up in that trade was chasing price action. In a sense, just chasing the. It's a little disappointing. Not gonna lie to you. But stop was filled on that one. Looking for another trade. Gonna have to wait. Not proud of myself on that trade at all. But it is what it is. I just have to be more patient. Liquidity was swept, but we got stopped. Why weren't we going short? Kind of got caught up in price action. I was hoping that the macro level would take us higher back towards 830, but it looks like we're in a deep sell-off, and I'm just losing sight of directional biases. But we swept liquidity, so it may shoot up now. Um, Probably just take a second before I enter another trade. Just trying to assess this to see if it makes sense. Kind of got locked into the bias going along. We're in the 5 minute fair value gap. It's maybe a good area to go long. It's 138. I'm not at a level like if I was taking 830, I'd have more conviction, but this is not a level. This is just at a macro. It's a turtle soup at a macro. Let's leave it alone. Probably was gonna buy up, but um, at this point, let's just sit it out. Kind of lost sight of what made the most sense in that scenario. Wasn't an A setup because it wasn't had nothing to do with 830. So, yep, took a L there. Price is reversing. Um, just got to be patient and see what's next. I really do think it's still bullish, but the levels to support it aren't really there. So let me just wait and see if I can wait until some levels come. Kind of embarrassed about that. That wasn't a good entry based on discipline. So buy here would be a good RR, but what level is supporting it? None. There's a 50% macro to the left, but let's look at the MQ. Other than that, we don't really have much level support, so that might not be a good decision. So I'm just gonna actually sit here for a second, think if this makes any sense. I mean, if we buy from here, we would have the macro supporting us. We would have that purge. How much are we down? We're down like a few bucks most accounts. It's not really anything dramatic. It's all fixable. But just being a bit hard headed and not flowing with the trend. Trend is bearish. Trying to catch the reversal wasn't the smartest thing. But that's the scenario we're currently in where we try to rush it and pay the price. All right, so for right now, I think what we'll do is we'll just sit here for a bit longer. That trade didn't play out. Let the stop hit. It's obviously going bearish now, so I don't want to chase it to the lows. Just gonna have to leave it alone. understand that you missed the opportunity and just move on. It's 141. Gave back that profit a little bit too easy, if I'm being honest with you. That was sad, but it's just trading. Got to make sure to manage the risk. Um, let's see if we can see what comes up next. Key error in that trade was it had nothing to do with 830. That's problematic. I should have been in a trade based on a level like 830. That was me entering based on a macro, based on some price action. So wasn't an A plus setup. So I paid the price. Um, we're just waiting because we're in the discount of the bullish push up that occurred. So maybe, just maybe, we will eventually go back bullish because we're in the discount. And maybe we'll just actually continue the higher time frame bearish trend down. So just being cognizant of that. Let's see what else comes up. Now buying under the macro may work here, but it may also just sell off and target the previous macro low at from the 10 o'clock candle. Uh, so I'm just gonna leave that. See if we can get something positive in our direction. A good setup. Okay, it's buying up under the macro low potentially. Maybe a good buy there. Good bought from there. 5-point stop would be down here. Be under the fair value gap. That may work. Hi, Bryson. So let's see. Pull back. Is this gonna go bullish? I think it's gonna go bullish. What level did I even have? I don't really have any higher time frame levels here to validate buying here, so that's problematic. Yeah, there's no reason for me to even trust the buy, even though it could work, because I don't have a level. I have fictional, levels as far as like just a discount. But I don't have actual levels, so I think I just wait it out. Kind of want to buy this though, to be quite honest with you. I feel like we're in a discount, but maybe we will take all the lows, so this might not make any sense. I have to just look at this again. This is the most probabilistic reversal area, but it doesn't have a level, so it would just kind of be like just shooting based on just a discount, which I don't want to do. It's already proven that my first trade was incorrect, so I don't want to put too much risk on just proving that it is going to reverse. It doesn't have to. There's no guarantee. It's under the 50% level, yes. It's turtle soup. The levels that broke the 50%, yes, but it could sweep all the lows in just one candle, and then I would just be ass out. So I have to just think about if I really think this is a turning point. Why would it be a turning point? What's telling me it's a turning point? What's telling me that this is a turning point as opposed to just staying out? A little bit peeved with myself just as far as how I handle that, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta accept things for what they are. I bought under discount level, thought that would work, stopped out. No official levels other than just a small fib that I drew, and the macro level. So not an A plus setup. So it's kind of a waste of the drawdown, but we stand, we keep going. We're gonna look and see if we see something good. Gotta refresh the mental. Let me do some dips. Ah. 148. Still here, waiting to think. Gonna reanalyze this again just to make sure I'm looking at it from the right perspective. So overall bearish trend, bullish push up, and then sorry, I accidentally adjusted this. Bullish push up. Thought we would slow down in this discount to possibly buy up, but it looks like we're just probably gonna melt off. And I just can't accept that. I'm very counter trend oriented mentally. So that's why I'm currently in the predicament where I took a small loss, just waiting for it. Let's see what two o'clock does. 2 o'clock might bring in the liquidity to fix it. We're just gonna have to see. Just gonna have to see. At the 75% level, this may be a good level to buy just based on some of the last down close candles are there, but we're not at the 830 level or anything like that, so we have to consider that not making any sense. Let's see. That might be a good sign, but don't know if I want to chase the reversal anymore. At least not mentally. Like, I'm not sure if that even is my desire. the very least, it's just a small L. So it's nothing to get alarmed about. It doesn't wipe away even yesterday's win. So it's okay. It's not unforgivable or unfixable or anything like that. It's just have to have an understanding of where we are currently within, you know, price action and have a better outlook as far as managing the downside risk. Trades were placed, stops was there, but the entry could have been more precise, and then the stop could have maybe been lower. It would have still got hit anyway. So I was just flat out wrong. That's okay. Should have just not should have, could have, would have, but the earlier 8:30 trade gave some profit. Then it used 8:30 a few more times. I should have been looking to get active around then, because right now I'm looking too long for some reason when it's probably going to short to the lows. And mentally, I just can't accept buying it, selling it at this point. My brain is telling me to buy it up, so it's fighting against the natural instinct just to buy up the sell off. It's not easy. Let's see if you get a slight reversal. 15-minute. Let's look at this over here. So this setup wasn't validated based on not having a higher time frame level to support it anyway. So got cooked right within this region here. It may buy up still, but I don't have to catch a bottom. I just need to catch a confirmation entry. That's what I need to focus on, a confirmation entry. See if I can recoup everything, but worst case scenario, we just put it down for the day. Let's see what we have. What is NQ next to? NQ is just under a macro. ES is just under a macro. So probability, if it's going to short, it's just going to reverse off the macro low and short lower. We don't have any levels close by, so I'm not going to try my best not to touch it. I shouldn't do anything. Let's see. 3 minutes. I kind of like the wicks, the lows. I kind of like how it looks. I'm gonna reset my mental. So this is potentially just a buy below macro low and a previous macros discount. I don't want to buy this. What's the downside? 155. Just buy this.
Order filled.
I'm gonna buy it. I like that we already have some wicks. I like that we're below the macro low. Now this could be incorrect, but I do like it. Let's see if it'll at least get back above the macro low. Let's see if this is gonna work out. Trying to find the buy the bottom again. Looks like it's not working. Might close this now because I don't even see any. Yeah, it's selling off the macro low, and I'm over here in it like a
Stop
retard.
filled.
Oh, it took me out. Fuck. Terrible trade. Terrible. Terrible trade. That's it for the day. So we took the max loss we could take. Um, so you fucked that up. We just have to come back tomorrow. It's obviously selling off, but I couldn't accept that. I couldn't accept just selling it off the macro low. So then I just erased that profit that I had in the morning, and then I lost twice now. So I think I just need to put it up. Ah, it sucks. Fucking pissed. Ah, shit. Why can't you just accept the shorts? It's like I'm retarded. I can't accept the shorts. It's literally short off the macro low. Like, it's almost retarded how easy that's supposed to be. Freak. It's supposed to be super easy to take that trade. That's what alarms me. It's supposed to be really easy to take that trade because it's trending lower and there's just a macro setup. But the ego that I have is messing with me. Just short this. Let's take a
Order
short.
filled.
Let's see if this plays out. If we can just run the lows, mitigate some of the drawdown. See if this works. Now we're chasing. Unfortunately, now we're chasing. Now we're chasing. Unfortunately, now we're chasing.
Order submitted.
See if we can mitigate the drawdown. This is bad. I couldn't take the short before, and now I'm forcing the short. This is bad. I should just close this up and walk away. Now 2 o'clock's here, so let's see if we're just gonna melt down and sweep liquidity.
Order filled.
I want to see us melt down and sweep the liquidity because we're already there and it's 2 o'clock. So the probability of taking it out is higher. I just mitigated the drawdown. Just let it be. That's gonna close this. Close this. Close flat.
Order filled.
I mitigated some of the drawdown. Just leave that for now. Need to mentally regroup. Not fully proud of it, but price finally sold off. Took advantage of it. Mitigated half the drawdown on some accounts. The other accounts, I mitigated pretty much all the drawdown. So we're still in a position where we can take another trade. We just took the lows. It's 2 o'clock. Let's just take a second and think. I'm happy I mitigated the drawdown. That's what I'm happy about overall. So sure it could. There you go. It's gonna melt lower. So if I had held those shorts, that'd have been good. But I didn't hold the shorts, so mitigated some of the drawdown though. So I can't be too upset. Now we swept the lows of ES. MNQ we haven't swept the lows. So maybe ES is gonna go into a free fall until MNQ sweeps the lows. So I just kind of need to mind my business in a sense. But the obvious trades I didn't take, the rejection off of the macro, that's what I have to focus on and stop chasing certain things mentally. Like this ES trade is still melting. I could have held it, but just the idea of mitigating the drawdown felt better than holding it for a profit, unfortunately. Damn near break even. Yeah, so let's see what the market has in store. We swept that low on ES. NQ we haven't swept the low. So maybe it's SMT, maybe we don't sweep the low. But I don't want to play with fire and just start turtle soup buying because look, we're bearish on the day. We're bearish on the day. Probability says we turtle soup a higher time frame level. We could have a rejection or we could have just a quick retest sell off. So let's see. Let me open this up. But if we had held, we would have been in a better position overall. But it's okay. I wanted to secure and mitigate most of the drawdown. Give me a second. Be back. Yep, so it's still selling off. Maybe we should have trailed the stop or whatever, but sometimes you just got to mitigate the drawdown and get your mind right. Yeah, we're down like some challenges like 150, but everything else is like $1, $2, so nothing crazy. Challenges took the most heat, but price is still going down. My ego is telling me buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. It's like, bro, you just lost on the buys. What are you even thinking? Clearly a reversal off 830 overall level. Why is your thought process buy it? Reversed off 830. You had to sell initially, then wouldn't sell it here, and then tried to buy it up, had to sell it, closed it prematurely. You could just walk away for the day. All right? That's a possibility to walk away for the day. Is it just going to keep free falling? Potentially. And that's what's tough. It's like, how do I know? I don't. What level are you using to buy it up? Not sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you think to buy it? Let's say this, you look at this wick. We haven't even hit the 50% of that wick, so maybe. It's just like a maybe. It's like I don't deserve to put a setup on there just yet. Let me just stay here and wait until I get some kind of confirmation. That engulfing might be a confirmation. If it's engulfed this candle on the 1 minute below the macro low, while NQ fails to take the low, that might be a confirmation. Or that could just be a retest to sell off, which is alarming. But I do want to buy it here really bad. What's stopping me from buying this? Just buy it.
Order filled.
So I bought it here because we're under the macro and NQ looks like it's failing to go under. So I'm hoping we just have a quick reversal back up. Let's see. added.
Order filled.
I added to it. I'm gonna sell
Order
one off
submitted.
each.
Order canceled.
I think I'm gonna close it out now. Close it all out. Close it all out. Let's see what we have. What we did. Cancel all. Close this. Close it.
Order
All right.
filled.
So all the drawdown has been mitigated. So now we're at the same position we were when we first came to the stream earlier. Okay, so take a second. Take a second. Do some workouts. It's gonna shoot up probably, but we were in a mode of mitigating drawdown. So let's just take a second, step back from the screen, step back from the screen as an adult, and just work out a little bit. As a full-grown adult, step back from the screen and just do a little workout. It's probably gonna go up, but I gotta respect. I gotta respect it. I gotta just respect it and just respect it. Just a little too haphazardly loose today. All right, so that could be the reversal off of the level to melt even further. Let me take a second and I'll come back. I didn't realize I was on mute that whole time, so all that knowledge I was spitting went nowhere. What sucks is having the perfect position but not holding. But understanding the game, the purpose was to mitigate the drawdown and not just sit in it. You just gotta accept that. You just gotta accept it. But I'm foreseeing a deep pullback to potentially give us long entries. But it all also depends on how the MNQ is looking, in a sense. Let's see what we get. But the key lesson I want to take away from this scenario was, bro, your window is not 130. You can view it at 130, but still look at the change in price direction at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, that's when you had the turnaround. This 2 o'clock region, that's where the turnaround came. It wasn't anything else. You got to be cognizant of why the price actually turned around and not just think selfishly of what you would desire if such and such and such. Let's see if we can get that deep pullback. We're going to be at the macro high. I don't know if that's good enough entry. I need a deeper pullback than that. But it could reverse from there. It doesn't have to go lower. So if you miss it, you miss it. Hit the macro. Wick turned around. So trading is trading, guys. Like, come on, whatever you want. But reality is reality. Once you accept that, everything changes. But until you accept the reality, nothing changes. Let's erase all the drawings off this and just analyze it. So what we had was the sweep, price swept, New York low. it swept this macro. Closed above it, retest, go up. Now it came here, retest the macro, go up. There was a fair value gap here, we retested, go up. Simple. I overcomplicated it. I caught a piece of it. I'm still green on the day. But the reality is the reality. It's not as smooth, you're not as happy. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Excuse me. Let me adjust this. Hold on. Alright, so that's how I'm gonna adjust it like this. I just want to make it easier to see. But the buy, it's not that you were incorrect. The time was off. Coming in at 1:30, you failed there. Coming in at 2 o'clock, it worked. You were so worried about fixing the drawdown, you can't capitalize on the actual trade. So that's a key component that you have to work on as a trader, Bruce, and any trader listening, is you know, focus on time. Timing is key. Your entry should be around 2. Your entry should be close to 10, close to 11. You cannot be showing up at 1:30 just believing that we've swept all the lows. No, bro, we didn't. We clearly had to take liquidity by 2 o'clock and then to run higher. And like I said, clean retest off the macro, but my ego was just attached to it, so I couldn't do anything. Right? My ego was just attached to being incorrect previously, and then being mad about this entry not being perfect. And I missed now two called entries that could have set us over the top. 2 entries that I called on you. So it's like sometimes we just got to get out of our own way. Like here. Sometimes you just got to get out of our own way. That's a clear entry right there. And then this right here. That's a clear entry right there. So if we put the buy tool here, we already have our 5 points. Buy tool here, we already have our 5 points. So that's why we got to stop being hesitant for the good trades. Because now that it's confirmed bullish, now the buys make sense. My problem was my mentality was trying to catch the low. Once I catch the low, I'm too scared to get back in, and that's a problem. Something I have to work on. I'm gonna keep working on. What are you doing? Get out. Get out of the room. Come on, come on. Come on, closet. Out. Let's see what we get here. Just shuffling back mentality wise, we're just sitting in front of the screen for an extended period at this point. It's still a profitable day. Still gonna add to the bottom line, but the goals and directions definitely have to be focused and adjusted. As far as timing, just the timing aspect, the leveraging was fine. I'm fine with the scaling on a winning trade. Where I got to get better at is if I mitigate some of the drawdown, might as well leave that runner to see. But I'm anticipating a deep retracement before a big push up again. And it may not, but if it does, I think I will enter. So just being patient, kind of just waiting and seeing what's going to happen. But what you saw on stream, I've called at least 2 entry buys other than the one that I took that went for 5 points. So it just comes down to keep being honest, like taking the trades when you see them and stop pretending like you don't see them, and then taking other trades that you don't see, in a sense. But if you didn't take it with the fair value gap, you could be taking order block trades at this point. So any retest of these bearish candles could be considered a trade. So that could be technically a trade right there, just the retest of it. Right, you see the reaction off of it? That's an order block. Order block, I don't even have it labeled, but order block. This order block didn't even get touched. Order block sent price up. That is something I want to improve on, honestly. We're just gonna take our time and wait, and just look at the price and understand where we went wrong, where we went right, and how we can actually approach it with a better thought process. Let me adjust this really quick. So the order block is sending price up, probably to take those equal highs. Time element really played a factor today in just not properly preparing based on time. Um, Getting here at 1:30 haphazardly, not using the obvious sells that were occurring based on the macro low. Now, I do believe that if we are going to go up, we will have a retracement that at least goes back down to here within this last down close leg. We technically kind of wicked it, so we may not, but I think we should have a retracement down to here. So I'm just going to stay focused on not doing anything for right now until we see something nice. But a small green day is better than a red day. So don't have to be too butthurt about anything that happened so far. We just watching it. The order block trade played off, but we didn't take that. Fair value gap trades played off. We didn't take those. We took the initial rejection. So got to get better about holding for the correct targets and such. But we're trying to get 5 points per trade, so it's okay either way. We just got to give ourselves an opportunity to trade without it having to be this crazy, unbelievable entry. That's part of my problem, that I always want a crazy, unbelievable entry. So maybe this push down will give us an opportunity to have, I guess, a crazy, unbelievable entry. We'll see. We should see if it's gonna go bullish. We should see a pullback, maybe down to the 0.5 level. All right, it doesn't have to. It can stop here. That means it's extremely bullish. But if we can get down to this level, I may consider buying it. What we'll do is we'll erase everything off again. We will put the fib level from the high of over here to down here, just to be aware of this 0.5 level here, just to see if it's different from this bullish one. So the bullish 0.5 level is right around that same region. So it's okay. This one's closer. So we'll look at that one. Now on NQ, what's that Q look like? NQ, we're getting a pullback as well. A sell here would make sense, but hey, it's not super levels oriented. It's just above a macro, so it's a C at the best. It's not. It's a B is like at the macro level, so to speak. So could be a B trade if you really wanted to take it, or a C trade, but I don't want that. Today was a day where you had to really just master the macro trades, um, and really just use that to the best of your abilities to get an outcome. Let's see. So I don't know why, but I really want to sell it. Problematic. I mean, we're in a premium relative to that down move, and then what else? We have a unicorn here on the 32nd. There's a 35th unicorn right there. But just back down to the equal lows, that could actually. But again, that's the problem. It's like there's no real levels there, so why am I so eager to do it? I'm not gonna do it because y'all already saw me go through it already. So I'm trying to just be a disciplined day trader. So instead of chasing, I just gotta sit and wait. Now this makes me want to sell because premium, we may not sort of suit the high. Let's see. I'm just gonna put the plot to sell on there just to see if we put sell right there. Where did we get this? Stop at 5 points up here. which would indicate that we definitely are going bullish, and then target them equal lows here for 5 points. Let's see if that'll actually play out. I think it will, because ICT always even says that it's like if you're targeting, if you want to get 5 points, you got to target something that'll give you more than 5 points. So hypothetically, if it does sell down to 50%, 12 points would be the range, like down to here, target, and then we can get the easy 5 points off of it going halfway. But again, there's no super level confirmation. It's more so just turtle souping this last high here, and then being in a relative premium relative to this level here, or relative premium based on this. So anything above 50% is a premium. So the sells would be better off coming from here. But I am bullish. So I'm expecting pullback to go bullish, and it may not. That's one of the flaws of being a reversal trader sometimes, where you think it's going to do all this stuff before it gets to your entry, and it doesn't have to do shit. It could just do whatever it wants. You have no control over the market actually perfectly oscillating back and forth. You can kind of predict it. Like I predicted it would go up to a certain extent, but if we're just being honest and we're looking at my entries, we just got back to my initial buy entry, right? And then I took one with more buy, lost, then flipped to sells one, flipped to buys one, and then when I kept calling these other buys, I wouldn't take them. And then now, one sec. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. It doesn't look like I'm gonna make any more good decisions for the day, so I'm just gonna end this here. Um, Back tomorrow. But I'm profitable for the day, so whatever.